Well, I play Charles Antetokounmpo. He's the father of Giannis and Alex and Costas and Thanasis and Francis Adetokounmpo, and he's
Okay.
married to Yetide Badaki.
Veronica.
Veronica, I was almost there. I almost made
got
it. Married to Veronica Adetokounmpo, and he's the father of this family. And he's the partner to Yetide, and they are this dynamic duo that raised some incredibly exceptional individuals. And he's of Nigerian descent, found himself in Greece on the streets, and had to provide for his family, and had to instill in his family that with hard work, perseverance, and faith, anything you want in life can be achieved. And you don't do it on your own. You do it with your family. Your family is the wind beneath your sails. So that's who I play, Charles Antetokounmpo.
And I play Veronica Adetokounmpo, who I like to call the Queen of Kings, and the Mother of Kings. And she is also Nigerian, makes that treacherous journey along with Charles to search for a better life for herself and her family. And she has this unwavering faith in the dream of a better life for this family, something that she leans wholeheartedly into, while she is struggling to help the family survive in any which way that she can. And she is a large part of maintaining that faith with this wonderful family of kings and queen.
That's a fact. In terms of similarity to Charles and myself, other than the fact that we're both Nigerian and we're both immigrants, I'm nowhere near as calm or cool or collected as he is. Charles was somebody who was always, incredibly poised under pressure. I freak out constantly about life and about everything. But I wish to be more like Charles. I'm not a father yet. I hope to be a father someday. And if I can be half the kind of father that he was, just from the stories that I've heard from his sons and from Veronica as well, man, that's a victory. That would be a victory. I'm just also happy that he got, lived to see his son make it to the NBA. So yeah, I would say I'm similar in that, I'm Nigerian. I'm a bit ambitious. He was very ambitious for his family. But definitely we vary in temperament.
So how similar am I to the character of Veronica Adetokounmpo? There are many ways that I wish we were similar. There are many ways that she inspires me in her belief, and in her faith, in her audacity and dreaming. But there are many differences. So in playing the character, there are many different parts that I had to study a little more to properly portray. I'm also not a mother yet, though the film gave me the opportunity to have many children in different stages of the Adetokounmpo brothers' lives. Like I said, I feel like the woman in the shoe. Had all the children and didn't know what to do. And I do share with Veronica the fact that we're both Nigerian immigrants. And I do share the love of a dream. But there was quite a journey in embodying the other parts of this incredible woman.
Well, physically, the biggest challenge I had in playing Charles was a scene we had in the rain when I'm teaching Ral and Uche, Giannis and Thanasis how to play basketball. Was without a doubt the coldest day on earth ever recorded in Athens. And the fake rain they had falling on us was also like extremely cold. I still have PTSD about it till today. But yeah, that was a very physically tough scene to film. I feel like I was dying of hypothermia. But in terms of challenging with playing Charles more emotionally, just having to relive some of those things, there's a lot of fear, in those scenes. The fear of losing your family, the fear of not living up to your potential as a man or as a father or as a husband. Men pride themselves on being able to provide for their families, and so the moment there's a chink in that, there's also a chink in your armor, and yeah, going to vulnerable places like that can be quite tough. Honestly, it can be quite tough. Yeah, it definitely gives you weird nightmares. You don't really want to be in that headspace too long. I don't. But, so I'll say those two are as challenging as it got.
So it's very much a fire and ice thing.
Yeah.
Because that, for me, the most challenging physically was a hot day.
The heat.
In Athens.
The heat.
A very, very hot day. And actually, it was the scene that we were running from the cops. And I'm not sure if you knew this, but there was a point where we're running, and I have the, I'm carrying Costas, and and I fell. But what I was told was, people said, "Wait, are you sure you're not a mother?" Because apparently the fall that I did was immediately, there was that point where you make a decision: I can protect my body or protect this child, and there was not a moment. And so physically, they tried to do Elmer's glue and all of that, but trying to make sure that was hidden after was a little more difficult. And so it was a hot day in Athens. But on the emotional side, I would definitely say it's the scene where Veronica talks about having to leave Francis. And trying to make that choice and that decision, and the ramifications of that, and wondering if they did the right thing in working towards that dream for the entire family, in having to take this very painful decision. And it, as you do in film, you do it over and over, and you do it from each side, and you get your coverage. And like you said, that headspace, that can be difficult to exist within. So I would say those were the two most difficult moments for me.